Hi, welcome back to the channel, and I'm Amanda, and you're watching the Hoops Family Network. Today we're going to talk about the top 10 reasons why you should go to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. So before we begin, first go down and subscribe for more new content, and like this video as well. And if you have any questions during this video, make sure you post them, and I'll make sure I get back to you. So the top 10 reasons to go to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. 1. You get to meet characters that you've never met before on any given day. Jack Skellington and the Seven Dwarfs. Winnie the Pooh and their characters show up dressed up, and along with Goofy and Donald and some of your other favorite characters as well that you don't get to see any other time. 2. The ride overlays for Space Mountain have the Villains soundtrack with them. Pirates of the Caribbean have live action actors on them. And Moana is added to the Enchanted Tiki Room. Tip number 3 is that you can go through the candy as many times as you would like. There's no set. They're not going to tell you can't have any more because you've already been through the line. I've had times where they even give you huge handfuls and put in your bag. You could go all night and go trick-or-treating if that's what you wanted to do. So that's a benefit of going. Number 4, the weather is usually better. For people like us that are from Ohio, if we go trick-or-treating, it is usually cold, it's usually snowing, or it's raining. So the weather is always better. It's usually snowing, raining, cold in Ohio. So for us, trick-or-treating would be better in Florida. To get all that candy, the weather's better. It's definitely worth it. Number 5 is the Cruella dessert party. It is an extra cost, but you also get designated seating for the parade. You get to eat snacks that you would not get anywhere else other than the dessert party. So if that's something you're into, you may not mind paying that extra cost. Number 6, they have the updated fireworks show. So the new Jack Skellington show with the projections on the castle, they're brand new. This is the first year. That would be worth it. That is the only show you get to see during the Halloween party. So you're not going to get to see the Happily Ever After. You're going to see the Halloween version. And that's the only time you'll get that Halloween version. The projections, the lighting, the fireworks, it's a brand new show this year. So that would be a reason to get to go to see the new updated show and fireworks. Number 7 would be it's the only place that you get to see the Sanderson sisters. They don't have the stage show all the time. It's only during the Halloween party. So that would be a reason to go if you're into Hocus Pocus. Number 8, the rides are outrageously short. When my husband and I went last year, we rode everything but 4 rides. And the 4 we didn't get to ride was because they were closed down for the Mickey's Not So Scary for trick-or-treat trails. So, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train was a short ride, or a short line. Ariel we walked right on. anything that was under 10 minutes was a walk-on. So between getting on the ride, walking on, and then getting the candy at the end of the exit, we got to do a lot of trick-or-treating, riding rides. So that was a big thing. So definitely, if you're not, just like if you were to stay for and after hours, you're going to probably have shorter lines too. So, but if you're expecting to do the Halloween stuff, it is worth it. We definitely did not regret getting our ticket and going. Number 9, you can either spend all day at the park. You get there when the park opens, be there all day, get your Mickey's Not So Scary wristband, and stay there for the party. Or you can rest up that day, come back at 4. They'll start letting people in for the party at 4. You get your wristband when you come in then, and go do the party activities. Our plan, because we're going next year, my son adores Jack Skellington and Sally, and that is his main reason why. So we are going to actually spend all day there at the Magic Kingdom, get our wristband when they open the lines at like 3 for the people in the park, and go ahead and line up for 3 or 4. And we're going to go ahead and line up to meet Jack, so we don't spend our whole night just waiting on Jack. And tip number 10 is the decorations. Like when you go into Tomorrowland, they got a big projection that says Mickey's Not So Scary. Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. That alone makes you feel like you're in a whole different park. The pumpkins on the street signs, the projections, the lighting, the music. They don't transform Magic Kingdom completely, but even just the projections and lighting, music, you don't feel like you're in Disney. You feel like you're in a whole new, almost like it's a villain's park is what it feels like. And it is just, it is hard to believe that just a little bit of transformation changes everything. You feel like it's Halloween. It's not. But just that little bit that they do is truly magic. That is Disney magic right there for you guys. And I've had so many people asking if it is worth it. And I would say that if you're a Halloween person, then yes, I'd do it. I was afraid of my son being scared his first time, but after us going last year and kind of testing the waters, we could not believe how many rides we could get on, how much candy we came home with. The ride overlays weren't really that different, because every time we rode Space Mountain, we rode it where you don't see it. You don't see anything. And other than having like 1 or 2 people, one in the queue line for Pirates, and the one like yelling down at you in Pirates, and it doesn't feel that different other than lines are shorter. So other than jumping through the candy line a whole bunch of times, I mean, you make your park ticket in candy. If you were to just go buy your candy from the store, I mean, you can get a whole bunch of candy. They do have quick service. Like last year they had the Monster Burger, where the burger was black. Or the bun, sorry, the bun was black. That was interesting, but there's no inside restaurants open. No sit-down restaurants open. So, I mean, you're better off to get lunch or dinner and then do like quick service in the evening if you're still hungry. But to save your time from 7 to midnight between trick-or-treating, riding the rides, getting to meet those characters you don't see on any other given day, and then also make sure at before midnight. So do what you want to do, and if you stay for the midnight showing of Hocus Pocus, you technically get to leave the park after everybody, because the park closes at midnight. But if you're watching the show, they don't push you out. So once that show's over, then you guys get to go. So it's worth riding all the rides, seeing the parades, doing everything else, and then coming and watching the last stage show of Hocus Pocus. So you get a little bit more out of it. So, those are my tips for the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. If you have any questions, comment them down below and I would be glad to answer them. And a lot of this is just from our experience, so we're not paid by Disney, we're not affiliated with Disney. This is all just from our experience. Honestly, too, if we were a Florida resident, we would gladly get the season pass and go to multiple, because we found it to be such a great value and it's worth every penny. So, thank you for watching this video and we'll see you next time. Bye.